Mohammad Shariq Ansari, an innovation ambassador at Goel Institute of Technology and Management in Lucknow. Today I am excited to discuss a very important topic, government initiative for making Bharat innovative. In this video lecture, we will develop into the various initiatives taken by the Indian government to foster innovation across the sectors. We will explore how these initiatives are shaping the landscape of innovation and entrepreneurship in India. By the end of this lecture, you will have a comprehensive understanding of the policies, programs, and opportunities available to promote innovation, ultimately contributing to India's growth and development. Let's dive in under the cover, an excited world of the innovation in India. The India government has embarked on the multi-dimension initiatives aimed at fostering innovation across the nation. Recognizing the critical role innovation plays in economic growth and global competitiveness, several key programs and policies have been implemented. भारत सरकार ने पूरे देश में इन्वेशन को बढ़ावा देने के उद्देश्य से एक बहुत अच्छी पहल शुरू की है। आर्थिक और विकास और वैश्विक प्रतिबद्धता में इनोवेशन की महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका को पहचानते हुए कई प्रमुख कार्यक्रम और नीतियां भी लागू की गई हैं। One of the flagship initiatives is Make in India, which encourages domestic manufacturing and innovation in various sectors. This initiative not only attracts foreign investment but also promotes research and development within the country. Additionally, the Startup India campaign offers the favorable ecosystem for budding enterprises, which incentives such as tax benefit and easier regulatory process. प्रमुख पहलों में से मेक इन इंडिया है, जो विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में घरेलू विनिर्माण और नवाचार को उत्साहित करती है। यह पहल न केवल विदेशी निवेश को आकर्षित करती है बल्कि देश के भीतर अनुसंधान और विकास को भी बढ़ावा देती है। Furthermore, the Digital India program focus on the enhancing the digital infrastructure, increasing the internet accessibility, and promoting the digital literacy. This has facilitated the growth of the tech sector and digital innovation, making it easier for business and individual to adopt the innovation solution. Education play a very important role nurturing the innovation, and institutes like Skill India aim to upskill the workforce, will the Atal Innovation Mission foster a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship among the students for early age. These initiatives collectively contribute to more innovative and skilled workshops. In this video lecture, today I will discuss top 10 government schemes for startup in India. First one is Startup India Initiative. Second one is the Pradhan Mantri mudra yojana. Third one is Atal Innovation Mission and Startup Accelerator of MITI for Product Innovation Development and Growth Scheme. The Venture Capital Assistance Scheme, Single Point Registration Scheme, Startup India Scheme, and last one is Startup India Seed Fund Scheme. The Startup India Initiative is a government program launched by the Government of India in January 2016 with the aim of entrepreneurship and promoting innovation in the country. It is an entrepreneurship plan to create a conducive environment for startups flourish and contribute to economic growth. The primary objective of the Startup India Initiative is to build a robust ecosystem that encourages innovation and facilitate the growth of startups. Some key objective includes: first one is ease of doing business. Simplify the regulatory framework to make it easier for startups to operate and grow. Second one is access to funding. Provide financial support through various systems and funds to help startup raise capital. Tax benefit. Offer tax incentives to startups to reduce their financial burden. Incubation and acceleration. Establish incubation centers and accelerate to nurture and mentor startups. IPR protection. Assist in the protection of intellectual property rights for startups. Now discuss about the Startup India scheme eligibility criteria. Should be registered private limited company, limited liability partnership or partnership firm. Turnover should not exceed any one of the private financial year within 10 years from the date of the incorporation. Information must be working toward the innovation, job creation, improvement, wealth creation.
Now we discuss about the registration process. Startup can register through a simple online process on the Startup India portal. The registrations involve the self-certification and submission of the necessary documents. One registered then can avail of the benefits and incentives provided under the initiative.
A successful story related to Startup India initiative. The Startup India initiative has led to the emergence of numerous successful startups across the various sectors. Some notable successful stories include in the companies like Ola, Flipkart, and Paytm, which have grown exponentially and achieved global recognition. Challenges. Well, the Startup India initiative has made significant strides in promoting entrepreneurship. It also faces the certain challenges, including access to funding. Despite government efforts, startups often struggle to secure funding, especially at the early age. Regulatory compliance. Navigation complex regulatory framework can still be hard for startups. Market competition. Intense competition in the startup ecosystem can make it challenging for new various companies, various startups. Infrastructure availability of the world class infrastructure and resource remains a concern in some region. That are the challenges to startup India initiative. Now discuss about the second scheme. The Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is one of the largest schemes from Government of India to provide financial assistance to the small business, startups and entrepreneurs. The scheme was launched in 2015 with the aim of to provide easy access to credit for small business owners and entrepreneurs. The main purpose of the Mudra Yojana is to provide working capital and credit line to MSME units. Mudra vision to be an integrated financial and support service provider per excellence, benchmarked with global best practices and standards for their comprehensive economic and social development at the bottom of the pyramid universe. Mudra mission to create an inclusive, sustainable, and value-based entrepreneurial culture in collaboration with our partner institutions in achieving economic success and financial securities. Loan of up to 10 lakhs rupees can be achieved under Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana by eligible applicant, which can be used for working capital requirement, purchase of machinery and equipment, etc. The repayment period for the loan achieved under the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is between 5 years and 7 years, depending on the nature and purpose of the loan amount. Mantri Mudra Yojana eligibility criteria must be citizen of India between 18 and to 16 years old, must be entrepreneur or small business owner registered under micro unit development of reference agency, should be involved in manufacturing, trading, service or any other non-framework business. A major benefit of Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, financial assistance of up to rupees 10 lakhs, under Shishu up to rupees 50,000, under Kishore from rupees 50,000 to 5 lakh rupees, under Tarun from rupees 5 lakh to 10 lakhs rupees. Of government, Atal Innovation Mission (AIM). Atal Innovation Mission is one of the largest government scheme for startups with a mandate to promote innovation and entrepreneurship across the country, which are focused on Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, and provides a platform for the promotion and world-class innovation hubs. Grant challenges, sectoral focus, other self-employment, and talent initiatives. The mission aims to provide people with easy access to information resources and infrastructure locally for innovation and entrepreneurship. Atal Training Labs, Innovation Centers, Incubation Centers, and Atal Innovations Clusters are some of the major programs under the Atal Innovation Mission scheme to foster research and development. The program aims to provide students with equipment like state-of-the-art computers, 3D printing, stable internet connection to promote creativity, adaptive learning, and design thinking. Atal Innovation Mission eligibility criteria. Academic applicant must be AICTE or UGC affiliated colleges, universities, or educational institutes like ITIs or diploma other technical colleges. Non-academic applicant, voluntary and organizational having exposure and experience in awareness and promotion of science and technology in the country. Major benefits of Atal Innovation Mission. Financial support up to rupees 10 crore financial support for setting up world class incubators, up to rupees 20 lakhs financial support for sector specific innovation, up to 1 crore rupees financial support for grand challenges, provide self employment and talent promotion through community, 50,000 plus Atal training labs for school students across the country to driven innovation and world class development. Mentorship scheme for youth with 51,000 plus qualified mentors, easy access to information, resources. Most important government scheme, which is Samriddhi scheme. Samriddhi scheme helps product startup to access the Indian market and to scale their product for the global market. The scheme was introduced by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology to boost independent software vendors. The government scheme for startup aims to accelerate the 300 startups by enhancing their product, customer connection, investor connect, and international market. The scheme also provides hand-holding support to product startup in the form of technical, regulatory, financial, and market access mentoring. Unlike other schemes that provide funding and direct support to startup, Samriddhi mainly focusing on integrating all the incubators and accelerators and given the direct assistance. Samriddhi scheme eligibility criteria for startup must be incorporated in India and entrepreneurs should be citizen of India. Second one is startups with innovative products in the field of software and IT. Having minimum viable product or product for accelerators must have more than 3 years in incubation operations and have supported more than 50 startups, and at least 10 startups have received non-public investment, or has dedicated accelerator programs with experience of containing minimum 3 charts listed in Samriddhi. Should be operating inside India, must have necessary infrastructure and resource to carry out acceleration for startups. Now discuss about the benefit under Samriddhi Startup Scheme. Financial assistance up to rupees 40 lakh for startups, capital for accelerators to promote startups growth and build ecosystem, refine, enhance, and promote the software product, build a meetup point for venture capitalists, entrepreneurs, and mentors, supporting startups trade in the international and domestic market, helping startups to get the business through vast network of access. Another scheme is the Venture Capital Assistance Scheme. Venture Capital Assistance Scheme is the most popular government scheme for agriculture startups. Under this scheme, small crops processors and farmers can receive interest-free debt and OD to cover up their working capital. The government startup scheme majorly focus on the development of agro industry. The government has set up a fund of Indian rupees 10,000 crore under this scheme, which will provide Indian rupees 2,500 crore as interest-free debt financing to small and marginal farmers. Venture Capital Scheme eligibility criteria: all small and marginal farmers, agripreneurs, crop processors, partnership firms, unit registered in agri-export zone, agriculture graduates, self-help teams. Benefit under this scheme: facilitate agri-based business setup, interest-free debt financing from financial institution, both overdraft facility and team loan, longer repayment period up to 5 years, help agripreneurs to set up agro business by arranging meets, visits and training, strengthen ties between producers and agro projects. Now discuss about the single point registration scheme. The single point registration scheme is a government startup scheme that provides a single window system for filling tenders to micro of small enterprises and startups. This scheme is administered by the National Small Industries Corporation, that is NSIC. The main objective of this scheme is to ease restrictions for startups applying for the government tenders. SPRS minimize the time, requirement and cost associated with participation in the government tenders. The eligibility criteria for the registrants in single point registration schemes are MSMEs, including startup companies that have UAM or EM part second. Second is should have commenced their production. Third is should not have completed 1 year of incorporation. Now discuss about the benefit of single point registration schemes. That's are easy government procurement from MSMEs, preference in tender filling all alignment, EMD, that is earns money deposit exceptions, and completely free info on tender. Stand-up India scheme, the most important scheme for the government for startup. The Stand-up India scheme is government startup scheme that encourages the entrepreneurship among scheduled caste, SC, scheduled tribes, STs and women by providing them financial assistance in the form of loans. This scheme was launched by the Prime Minister on 5th April 2016. The main objective of this scheme is to promote entrepreneurship and employment generation for backward caste, tribes and women. Under this scheme, banks will provide collateral-free loan up to rupees 1 crore to at least one SC or ST borrowers and one woman borrower for setting up a greenfield enterprise. This is the first of its kind scheme that aims to provide access to equitable financial support for SC, ST and women entrepreneurs. India scheme eligibility criteria: must be an Indian citizen above 18 years, should belong to SC/ST category or women, should be the first time venture, greenfield projects, should not have defaulted on any loan from any bank or financial institutions, trending manufacturing or service sector. Now discuss about the benefits of Stand-up India scheme. Collateral free loan. Amount of loan ranging from rupees 10 lakh to 1 crore. Flexible payment time up to 7 years. Lowest applicable rate of interest. A scheme of government discussed today, which is the Startup India Seed Fund Scheme, SISFS. The Startup India Seed Fund Scheme is a government initiative to provide financial assistance to early startups for market entry, prototype development, product trials, commercializations and proof of concept.
हमारे देश के प्राइम मिनिस्टर श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने 16 जनवरी 2016 को इस स्कीम का अनावरण किया था। इस एक्शन प्लान में भारत में स्टार्टअप के लिए एक बहुत अच्छा रोड मैप तैयार किया। इस स्कीम में शुरुआती स्टार्टअप को फाइनेंशियल मदद की जाती है।
The scheme provides for a fund up to ₹10 to be distributed to startup as seed funds. It is a launch to support Startup India initiative that mainly focus on pre-renewal startups, helping them build their products to rise further funding market. Eligibility criteria of this scheme is must not be more than 2 years old from the date of incorporation. Second, the startup must be DPIIT recognized. Third is the product idea must be feasible, innovative, scalable, and tech based. Fourth, should not have raised funds more than 10 lakhs rupees for other government scheme. Indian promoter must hold share greater than 51%. Major benefit of SISFS are provide seed capital early stage and pre-revenue startups, call of application around the year, seed capital up to rupees 10 lakh for each startup, industry agnostic incubators and acceptance across the pan India, physical incubation not compulsory, dedicated website for easy application and fund
Now we
disbursement.
discuss where to apply for this funding. How to apply? First, we visit the website seedfund.startupindia.government.in. यहाँ पर आप जाकर अपनी एप्लीकेशन दे सकते हैं। इसको रजिस्ट्रेशन करने के लिए गूगल पे आप टाइप करेंगे वेबसाइट का नाम। वेबसाइट ओपन होकर आपके सामने आ चुकी है। यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है अप्लाई नाउ। फर्स्ट वी क्लिक करना अप्लाई नाउ, देन वी टू टैब आर यूज्ड। फर्स्ट वन इज अप्लाई नाउ फॉर इनक्यूबेटर एंड सेकंड इज फॉर स्टार्टअप सेकंड। तो आपको सीधे सेकंड वाले पे क्लिक कर देना है। जैसे आप सेकंड वाले पे क्लिक करेंगे तो लॉगिन का ऑप्शन खुल के आएगा। आप इसमें आप लॉगिन कर सकते हैं। अगर पहले से रजिस्ट्रेशन है तो डायरेक्टली आप अपनी एप्लीकेशन को सबमिट कर सकते हैं। अगर आपका रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं है तो उसके लिए आपको रजिस्टर करना होगा। रजिस्टर करने के लिए आपको क्लिक करना होगा। क्लिक करते ही क्रिएट एन अकाउंट आएगा, उसमें आप नेम टाइप करेंगे जस्ट लाइक दैट, मोहम्मद शारिक अंसारी। फिर सेकंड पे ईमेल आईडी आपको टाइप करनी है अपनी। देन थर्ड पे आपको अपना कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर टाइप करना होगा। ये टाइप करने के बाद आपको एक मैसेज जाएगा। मैसेज जाके आप उसको OTP को आप वहाँ पर डाल के अपना रजिस्ट्रेशन कर सकते हैं। रजिस्ट्रेशन करने के बाद जैसे ही आप टैब ओपन करेंगे तो आपको सेकंड टैब पे जाना है। सेकंड टैब को क्लिक करना है। यहाँ पे आपको अपनी एप्लीकेशन सबमिट करनी है। नाउ वी डिस्कस द कि आपकी एप्लीकेशन को ऑनलाइन ही सबमिट किया जा सकता है या ऑफलाइन भी किया जा सकता है। तो मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि इस एप्लीकेशन को सिर्फ़ और सिर्फ ऑनलाइन ही आपको सबमिट करना है, ऑफलाइन आपको सबमिट नहीं करना है। ओके। अब व्हाट इज़ द एप्लीकेशन फ़ीस? आप कोई भी जब भी आपकी एप्लीकेशन सबमिट करेंगे आपको कोई भी चार्जेस पे नहीं करने हैं। कोई भी फ़ीस आपको नहीं पे करनी है। एप्लीकेशन सबमिट करने के बाद अगर आपको आपकी एप्लीकेशन सेलेक्ट होती है फिर भी आपको कोई भी फ़ीस चार्ज नहीं करनी होगी। और अगर जो आपने अपनी एप्लीकेशन ग्रांट या डेप्ट के लिए अप्लाई सबमिट कर दी है तो कितने दिन में वो प्रोसेस होगी, आपकी एप्लीकेशन इंक्यूबेटर के साथ के द्वारा चेक होगी। जब आपकी एप्लीकेशन रिसीव हो जाएगी किसी भी इनक्यूबेटर से, हालांकि आप 3 इनक्यूबेटर को आप सेलेक्ट कर सकते हैं एप्लीकेशन सबमिट करते टाइम, तो वो बहुत ही वो एवेलेट करेंगे आपकी एप्लीकेशन को। और आपकी एप्लीकेशन 45 डेज़ के बाद आपको कंफर्मेशन मेल आएगा अगर आपकी एप्लीकेशन या आपका स्टार्टअप सेलेक्ट हो चुका है। अगर आपका सेलेक्ट नहीं होता है इसका मतलब ये हो गया आपका रिजेक्ट हो चुका है। देन हाउ टू ट्रैक द स्टार्टअप ऑफ एप्लीकेशन? अगर आपको 45 डेज़ पहले से या 45 डेज पे आपको देखना है कि आपका स्टार्टअप सेलेक्ट हुआ है या क्या हो गया है, क्या स्टेटस है, उसको चेक करने के लिए आपको डैशबोर्ड पे जाना होगा। वन द स्टार्टअप हैज़ सबमिटेड इट्स सीड फंड स्कीम एप्लीकेशन एज डैशबोर्ड कैन बी एसेस इजली, देन लॉग इन टू चेक द रियल टाइम एप्लीकेशन स्टेटस। आपको डैशबोर्ड जाकर पता चल जाएगा आपका स्टेटस क्या है।
Stage of startup and source of funding. There are multiple sources of funding available for startups. However, the source of funding should typically match the stage of operation of the startup. Please note that raising fund from external sources is a time consuming process and can easily take over 6 months to convert.
Ideation. This is the stage where the entrepreneur has the idea and is working on bringing into life. At this stage, the amount of fund needed is usually small. Additionally, at the initial stage in the startup life cycle, there are very limited and mostly informal channels available for raising the fund. Scaling. At this stage, the startup is experiences a fast rate of market growth and increasing revenues. Venture capital funds. VC funds with larger ticket size in their investment. This is provide funding for late stage startups. It is recommended to approach these funds only after the startup has generated significant market traction. A pool of VC may come together and fund a startup as well. Uh, how to select grant or loan application? ग्रांट और लोन एप्लीकेशन चूज़ करने के लिए आप अगर सपोज़ दैट आपका जो भी एप्लीकेशन आप सबमिट कर रहे हैं, जो भी आप अपना स्टार्टअप सबमिट कर रहे हैं, अगर वो आइडियल स्टेज पे है, मीन्स शुरुआत कर रहे हैं आप उसकी, तो आपको अप्लाई फॉर ग्रांट के लिए जाना चाहिए। बट अगर आपका जो भी प्रोजेक्ट है वो स्केल स्टेज पे पहुंच चुका है, तो आप जब एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म फिल करेंगे तो उसको अप्लाई फॉर डेप्ट करना होगा। तो इस तरह से हम अप्लाई फॉर अ ग्रांट और अप्लाई फॉर डेप्ट चूज़ कर सकते हैं। In conclusion, I want to express my gratitude to all of you for joining me today. Government startup schemes are an incredible opportunity for pursuing entrepreneurship. Remember, they are designed to support and empower you on your journey towards success. So don't hesitate to explore these resources, opportunities, and turn your innovative ideas into beautiful business. Thank you for your time and attention. Wishing you all the best on your startup venture. Thank you very much.